Greetings in the name of our Elohim, Yahuwah, and his son, Yahusha Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 24th of September, 2024. It's 12:02 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm just going to do a rough recap here on these trades I took on ES. So, this was a very bad discipline day. Just over traded and didn't stick to the setup, right? So let me just point out here what's going on. So this is -1 VWAP. Let me go over here, make sure. Right, we on -1. Right, so that's -1 VWAP right there, right? So it's anchored to the beginning of the session here at 9:30. All right, so see here 1 second, right? So at the beginning of the session, we started to sell off, right? So heavy selling pressure came down here, broke through -1 VWAP, probably ended up at, I think it was even down to -3 VWAP. So let me just make that adjustment here and see where we stopped or where we got support. Right, so it came down here and it touched, it created the IB low here just above Camarilla S4, right, which is at 57.55.25, right? And the IB low was at 10 o'clock here. I have a 30-minute IB low at 57.56.25, right? So usually price does stop at the -3 VWAP. So after the -3 VWAP here, we go up. Let me just make an adjustment here to -2 VWAP. Right, so you can see price is now consolidating and holding above -2 VWAP and Camarilla S4, right? So this Bowling Green strategy is lining up nice. So I tried to take some longs here, right? So I took a long at roughly the break above this Camarilla S3 right here at 57. Let's see it. Oh shit. Oh, my bad. Can that move back? Nope. All right. So right here, the break above Camarilla S3 at Camarilla S3 is over here. You can see C-S3. And let me just make an adjustment here. It's not an inside value day, I believe. I did not check what value day it was, the 2-day relationship, but it's not an inside day. I don't believe it's an inside day. So C-S3 right over here at 57.66, right? So basically the strategy is the Bowling Green strategy, and I'm gonna move it up now to -1 VWAP, right? So you see where the green line is, right? The Bowling Green strategy is the accumulation between -2 and -1 VWAP. So previously, let me just go back, do this real quick, show you where -2 is, right? So we have the support here at -2 VWAP. We have support above Camarilla S4, right? And now we're pushing back above to Camarilla S3, which is lining up with the -1 VWAP, right? So when I make that adjustment there, -1 VWAP is this green line right here, and we want a buy right there, right? So we have the accumulation support at Camarilla S4, and we have the break above -1 VWAP. So at that point, went long, pulled back on me a little bit, and we did go into profit a little bit on this trade, right? Eventually, well, I held the trade. One of my rules is, and this is a very bad discipline kind of day. Didn't stick to my rules, and trade management was extremely bad. So as it came up to VWAP, I'm looking for continuation. One of the rules of my strategy is look for continuation at VWAP. That signifies that the reversal is strong, right? And the reversal will continue. So I want to see big buying through here. And as you notice, we get a wick, right? So what I was supposed to do is just break even the trade, right here as it pulls back, just break even because we didn't get follow through, and look for the setup to materialize again, right? So let's see where I stopped out here. Right, so I actually added to the position up here, right? So looking for follow through here, added to the position below VWAP. That's a bad place to add right there. Then added as we pull back here, held through this pullback, added 3 times here, and then we get the stop out, right? So if I highlight that there, you see there's an arrow at right here, right? So big loss on this reversal here. Try to add and kind of force the trade, right? Now, if I was patient, as you see, I could get the reversal down here. This is my pivot level, Camarilla S4. This is -1. This is a nice engulfing pattern. Go long from right here and just ride this up, right back up to Camarilla R3, which is right here, right? You see that C-R3. So I didn't do none of that. So what happened? After I saw this selling right here, I decided to think, well, this was just a retest, right, of this here, this consolidation, which is actually my accumulation and my setup to go long. And I entered short a bunch of times. So I added short here a bunch of time looking for like some kind of stop run. And as you can see, squeezed, right? Squeezed. So this was really bad, man. This was going against my setup, going against my strategy, and adding size to it, right? So huge red day today just because of bad discipline and not having the patience to wait for the setup, right? So this is around what, maybe 10:45. So I just had to wait like an hour and 15 minutes for this to materialize and get like a really nice trade here, right? I even get the big buying through VWAP, right? It held above Camarilla S3, that green line right there, and we get the follow through, big buying through VWAP. So all the signs of I could have probably take profit here as it slowed down, probably trail my stop to below this candle right here and or below where it closed. I would have stayed in the trade, and if I held here, then probably stopped out here when this came back here, or even if I held just below these levels here, trailing my stop up, I would still be in the trade because as you see, it's respecting the first upper deviation line, and then we get the big buy and going through here again, right? And it's Camarilla S3 or Camarilla S4 to Camarilla R3, right? So nice traverse trade, nice bowling green trade. I messed it up, so nothing wrong with the strategy. It's just something's wrong with the discipline and the patience to on my end to execute the strategy properly. So bad risk management, flipping to the short side when I shouldn't have, and that's how that ended up. Bad red day, right? So let's see here. Um, let's go over to, all right, so Bitcoin. So I was simultaneously looking at Bitcoin on Bookmap and stuff, still practicing my strategies and trying to keep up with the Bookmap order flow from Bitcoin. So Bitcoin came down here. This is Camarilla S3, right at 62,739 roughly. So it came down. The yellow line is the second lower deviation, right? So again, didn't patiently wait for it to come down to Camarilla S3. Entered here long, came up here to, and this isn't the bowling green strategy, but I'm entering a little prematurely, right? I'm entering too quickly, right? So got the first pop up here. So we creating the accumulation between -1, -2 and -1 VWAP, right? Lower deviations. So it did its thing, what it was supposed to do, create that accumulation between those levels. I'm already in the trade, so this here had to hold through some drawdown. Eventually, we got the pop up here, and this would be the entry. This would be the actual Bowling Green entry, which I didn't execute properly. This would be the entry right here, right? So I entered a little lower, right? So lack of confirmation, but I'm still jumping in, right? So today was a bad day with the discipline. So eventually when it popped above here, which this was supposed to be my entry at -1, but I'm already in the trade, had to absorb the drawdown here, right? Got the support here again, retest at Camarillo S3, right? Got the push up above -1 VWAP. This is also the London session -2 VWAP. And this is the -1 VWAP from the ETH session, right? So we pushed up here, got up to -1 from the London session, and then we had sellers coming back in. So I just exited the trade because that was the unrealized profit for the day. And I already know that I was messing up this trade, didn't enter in the proper place and stuff like that. So I just took the profit and left the trade alone. So if I had stayed in the trade or if I had entered at the proper place, this would be the entry right here at around 62,930. It would go up to VWAP. It would start to pull back. I would probably exit, right? That would be basically the trade. It wouldn't be a good setup, and I would probably exit after this pullback right here, right? And that would have been it. So even though I probably made more profit on this bad execution here, it's still within the realm of all right, this is what could have happened here. Just like how I got stopped out in ES, this could have followed through here down to yesterday's low and just stopped me out, right? Because that's where my stop was, right? It was right here at 62,560. So this could have followed through, right? After my entry here, this could have followed through and stopped me out, right? So even though I made more profit than how the actual entry, if it was here and then stopping out somewhere around here, right? Probably would have netted me more. I mean less. It's still a bad setup the way I took this reversal here. So overall bad day with the discipline, and gotta do better than this, man. This ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna cut it right here. So praying for more discipline, and hopefully Yahuwah will bless me with that, right? So it's Malak Shalomo. That was my trade recap for today. Bad red day, and let's see what happens tomorrow. All right. All praises to Yahuwah, and thankful for his son Yahushua Mashiach for his mercy and sacrifice. All right, you all trade safe and stay blessed.